I mean, I'll address that, and I'll try and address it in a broader sense than what you've asked me, but I'll try and pick up the specifics you've asked me. So the question I've just been asked is, what's the lining of the stack? And I know from the gentleman who was over at the door before making his comments, I'll try and explain it for you. What you actually look at when you look at the stack is the external windshield. And that external windshield is made out of concrete, which is about 450 mil thick at the bottom, and it comes into about 100 mil thick at the top. And it's standard reinforced concrete. We've had it tested, it's got no asbestos fibres in it, they never used asbestos in them days for that sort of purpose. It's just ordinary Portland cement concrete with steel reinforcing inside it. Inside that there is a concrete cylinder which is about 150 mil thickness, and that goes from the base up to about 450 foot. And every 9 metre intervals in that, there is what's referred to as a support ring. And those support rings go up every 9 metres for the first 450 foot. And then, when any of you who've studied it will see that the stack is tapered in. And so once, after the 450 mark, the support rings are then from the external windshield. So you've got two concrete structures which can actually move independently of each other. And they have support rings. The support rings then support the bricks, which is the internal chimney, if you like, of the stack. And so each support ring supports about 9 metres of bricks, about 30 tonnes. And the bricks are slightly tapered inwards, so that the lower level of bricks comes inside the upper level of bricks, and so on. That's repeated from where the gas inlet used to be, all the way to the very top of the stack. Because the stack used to heat up and cool down, the bricks, because of that thermal cycling, would expand and contract. And to allow for the 22 different panels of bricks to expand, but still maintain a gas seal, there was an aluminium asbestos gasket, just like the cylinder head gasket on a car, and for exactly the same purpose. So as the two sets of bricks are able to move, the asbestos gasket was flexible and allowed a gas-tight seal, such that the gas that was going up the stack didn't leak out where there was movement between the two panels of bricks. And that is all that the stack is made of. And so what we've done recently is we've removed every one of those aluminium asbestos gaskets, and where we've removed the 4 courses of bricks at each support level, those 30 tonne of bricks now is supported on the equivalent of acro props, and all the asbestos has been removed and cleaned off.
So the bricks that are on the internal part are bricks that porous by nature, aren't they? Or are they different bricks? So you're saying that bricks haven't absorbed any of the stuff that's gone up the chimney?
So I've just been asked a very good question, which is about the nature of the bricks that are on that internal surface, and it's only the bricks that have been in contact with the smelter gases. And so what you're thinking about there is the the arsenic, the copper, and all them type of things that people are concerned about. The bricks that are used in a stack are a very dense brick. They're nothing like a house brick. So whereas I could just hold a house brick like this and could very carefully throw it to that policeman, though I wouldn't do that, of course. The bricks that are in the stack, they're a very dense brick, they're a very highly fired brick, and they're very non-porous. On the very internal face, and numbers of people, certainly I think Peggy, and I'm fairly certain Olive, have seen these bricks because I've shown them where we've dug bricks out of the stack in the past. The very internal surface has got a light patina of material on it, less than a millimetre thick, less than a millimetre thick. The total mass of that is but a couple of kilograms. The stack was cleaned in September 2002. It was water blasted because we had to carry out repairs. The stack was water blasted after we shut down in July 2003 before we put the cap on.
That's the internal you're talking about?
Yeah, the internal face of the bricks. And that's the only part of the structure that's been in contact with gases from the smelting operations over the last 50 years or however long it's been there. While we've been doing the asbestos removal, we've plumbed water. It's all been stripped out now, but while we were removing the asbestos gaskets, we've plumbed water from top to bottom of the stack, and we've used an excess of water for dust suppression inside the stack while the guys have been carrying out that work. And so the bricks have had yet another wash. And so those bricks are very clean. So
that's why probably not going to be a lot of pollutants from the actual...
That is exactly the reason. Sorry, so what the follow-up question to me then was, well, so that's the reason why there's very little pollution expected from the demolition of the stack, and that is exactly the reason, because there is virtually nothing in the stack.